What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mariners Baseball here on youtube.com/. Rex. How's it going? Welcome on in. This is game number 97. 96 games completed. Whatever the hell, number 66? 60. Oh, did I miss 69 games left? Well, that's unfortunate. Today we open a 4-game set at home as part of a 7-game homestand. We open a 4-game set against the Athletics of Oakland and Chris Bassett, 7-5 with a 4.14 ERA. Taking on James Paxton, 8-8 with a 3.77 ERA. The Mariners coming off a huge, crushing win, just demolished the Colorado Rockies 13-2, scored 6 runs in the ninth. Turns out, went back and looked at the footage. Every single one of those runs in the sixth or the ninth inning, every single one of those 6 runs scored with 2 outs. I couldn't remember who was the last out because it had been so long. It was Shed Long Jr. who came in to pinch hit for a pitcher. He was the last out. It was a little ground out and then 2 outs and just cruised around the bases for a little while. Cruised around the bases, Then rose the gameplay difficulty. And I'm like, oh, was I accidentally too good? Oh no, this is a problem. Perhaps. But perhaps we can maintain some positive momentum into this series. Don't have to be blowing teams out 8-1, 13-2. That doesn't have to be the case. But I would love to carry some positive momentum here into back home with us, I should say. As we are a game and a half behind the Astros. They are 57-40. We are 55-41. We just need to maintain pace with them. If they lose and we lose, no big deal. If they lose and we win, great. If they win and we lose, that's not great. Because we have a big series coming up against them here in just a couple of days. As soon as this series ends, we will be welcoming Houston in before a quick day off. And then a big long road trip to Texas, Tampa Bay, and then a 4-game set in New York. And it looks like we have days off kind of dividing home and road stands as we, a little over, 2.5-ish months left of this. So about mid-November we'll be done with this. Because I think we are a little bit behind at the current moment, but that's okay. That is okay. So we are 3 full games ahead of the Angels, and then we're an additional 1.5 games ahead of Cleveland, 2.5 games ahead of the Blue Jays. As the Blue Jays, remember when the Blue Jays, they just kind of like showed up? They were on like a 9-game win streak. They were 9-1 in their last 10 at one point. First place in the American League wild card. Their only loss was to us by like a run. They are 1-9 in their last 10, and they have lost 9 games in a row. Easy come, easy go. I guess the further they go up, the harder they fall. I don't know. It's kind of been the same jumble of teams here for a little bit. Haven't really seen a whole lot of movement. The Rays, they're there. Tampa Bay, we'll see them here. They can make a dent against us in the next couple of weeks. The Red Sox, I believe we see them coming to town because we already played in Boston. And I think that's kind of it. Maybe the Royals, maybe the Athletics could make a little bit of a run at it. And definitely a team like the Blue Jays just totally fallen out of it would be certainly be in contention of maybe making a little bit of a run at it. But man, for it to even look like this is very surprising considering how locked in it seemed Cleveland was, but definitely struggled over the last month or so, ever since maybe the Blue Jays entered the race. So that would have been, about a month, I guess. A little less than, but all right. But there you go. That's a little catch up on the standings. We're feeling good. We're 14 games ahead, or 12.5 games. My math is all wrong here. 12.5 games ahead of these pesky Athletics. We'll see what we can do. We obviously have far and away the best record of the last 10, 8-2. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going. Huge series opening up against Houston, and we'll see them a little more frequently as the schedule winds down here. Twice we'll see them in August. trail of a series, or tail end of a series, I should say, in September, and then we'll immediately see them again. So we'll see them like once a week for like 3 weeks. And those could be some pretty important games. We have, what, 12 left against Houston? So that'll be interesting. As far as the Athletics, we get 4 games here, 2 games there, 6, 10, 13. 13 more against them. But the most important one is the one that we're playing right now. Game number 97. We are rapidly approaching triple digits. It feels kind of like within reach, which is kind of weird. We'll go with this custom. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. T-Mobile Park, open, overcast. That's fine. James Paxton on the mound today. Let's see. Shedlong Jr. is hot. We haven't seen him much since the All-Star break. With the way the days off have been, I haven't been using him much. Jake Fraley for Crawford. Crawford and France can flip. And I think we're okay. We will have to watch the energy levels here. We'll have to probably make some substitutions. We're going to want to make sure that we can get... We're going to want to make rotations, maybe even in like game 4. Maybe even like... Not like readying ourselves for like a loss or anything. Because we have some pretty good players that we can use on the bench. But I want to make sure that Lewis, Seager, Haniger, maybe even like a Tom Murphy. I want to make sure those guys are ready to roll for the Houston series, and that I can put them in for all 3 of those games. It won't be too much of a juggling act. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We have a week more of baseball in a row before we get another Chad Champ episode. So let's get it started. Let's go back home. Let's go enjoy a lovely Seattle afternoon. And I'd like to remind you while this game loads that if you are watching on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex, that's the best place to watch this, probably. It's the most consistent place, at least. So if you do like Seattle Mariners baseball, or you like the franchise mode in MLB The Show 21, this is a great place to be. Scroll on down, subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Even if I have a day off, which we have in about a week, we have Chad Champ every day. Or Chad Champ every off day. So every day, 1 p.m. baseball content here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, please, and thank you. If you want to watch live on Twitch, it airs various times throughout the week, along with all the other streams I do. That's twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. If you have Prime Gaming, nope, you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, free Prime sub. You can give to anybody. That was a very bad read. Well, let's jump on in here. 55-41. Seattle Mariners back in Seattle. Been a bit. Extra long with the what's it called? All-Star break. James Paxton is on the mound for the M's. 19 starts, even 8-8 record. That's a good number. 3.77 ERA, 112.1 innings pitched, 111 strikeouts, and a very low walk rate. The reason I say that his 8-8 record is good is because at one point he was 2-6. So I struggled with him early in the season, put him in a bit of a hole. I think he won 4 starts in a row. God, this looks so much better. 4 starts in a row to get to 6-6. Not a great knuckle curve to lead things off, but it's good to have this camera angle back. We were in Colorado. This feels like someone put a magnifying glass over the camera. And it's like, oh, this is reasonable.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today.
There we go.
You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
All right. Looking good in green are the Oakland Athletics. I enjoy their green uniforms. If I had known when I was a young child that the Oakland Athletics wore green and yellow and had a literal elephant as a mascot, we might be the opposition. But I didn't. So now I play as the Mariners. One of the few, I I guess, local quote unquote teams.
And deals. Here's the first pitch. This is
Like,
on the
obviously,
ground over to first.
Jesus.
He's got it. Throw will be in time.
Like, I have a soft spot in my heart for Seattle, the Seahawks. But I don't. I have a, you know, I have a soft spot for the Seahawks in my heart. Watched a lot of Seahawks games growing up, but I've always loved Green Bay. Always, always, always. Ooh, boy.
That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for two. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. And he is all the way over to third now with a two-out triple.
But yeah, like, I was never super big into basketball. I liked, I guess, the Sonics, kind of, but, like, whatever. It wasn't. I feel like we used the Bulls. I used the Pacers, honestly, actually. I don't know why I said the Bulls. I used the Pacers because it was as close as I could get to the Packers. It's like, well, I mean, it's kind of the same. Like, well.
So now it's Mark Canna as the first pitch
All right.
to him is
See if we can take care of this. Take care of this. What's it called? Triple. That was about as bad as that could have gone. That was like into like the cornerest of corners. Like weirdly like leaks.
Fouled away.
It was like a weird triangulation issue. There we go. Okay. So, couple easy outs there early. Bad triple and a strikeout. We're good. Also, only threw 8 pitches. A little dicey, a little up and down there, but no big deal. Let's see. So the stats on them. Chris Bassett, 19 starts, 75 record. 100 innings pitched, 4.14 ERA, 100 hits, 52 to 51 strikeouts to walks.
Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now to the plate, Dylan Moore. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half.
We are. Oh, we're looking at rookie. Oh, okay. Never mind. We should be fine. That's fine. Cutter in. I thought it bumped up like all the way to veteran. Maybe it kind of did, and then it realized that it was. I don't know. Sinker, cutter, four-seam fastball, changeup, 12-6 curve. Oh, way early on that. Way early.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
I don't think that's going to get out, but
for the center fielder.
It's all right.
He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now, we can do some damage to this bullpen today. We were able to do some damage to the bullpen against Colorado. I do think it was kind of, like I said yesterday, in yesterday's game, I do think it was made worse by the fact that, you know, playing in the NL, they do, you know, substitute pitchers because they don't want them hitting, so it's kind of like a pitcher that would maybe go 2 innings only gets to go 1 inning because of the batting order. Fine. I don't know for a fact if that was like a thing that I was able to do in yesterday's game, but to be able to maybe get this pitch count kind of high, get him out early, we've been able to get 4.2 innings out of the previous couple of pitchers in the Colorado series. If we can maybe do something like that, get a lot of bullpen arms up, maybe we can have an effect in the rest of the series in game number 1.
One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone. D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. We'll give a little bit on the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
At the plate now is Kyle Lewis. His career number.
That was a really bad swing, too.
Here's the first pitch.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
And that means the inning stays alive with 2 away for Kyle Seager.
Nice AB right there. A little potential for some two-out lightning, getting a cleanup hitter to the dish after the first two batters of the inning were retired.
See if we can get Kyle Lewis a little hotter.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager.
That's fine. I was looking low.
Look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 0-1 pitch. Ball one.
There we go. There we go. Good take right there.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit out
Oh,
to second.
drats. Just early on it.
Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning.
Well, got him to throw 10 there in the first inning. Not exactly what I wanted, but that's all right.
No score.
That's all right. Did not put myself in a great position. The problem that I've had throughout the season is 2-out runners. Quick outs leading to minimal mistakeage potential.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. High in the air down the right field line.
There we go.
Waiting on it is Henniger.
There we go. Kyle Lewis just running on over. He's like, hey, I got your back. No big deal. No big deal. Hey, we're 14 games over 500 or 13 games over 500, whatever the fuck number is. I think it's 55 and 41, so it'd be 14 games over 500.
Next to stand in is
Did I write the record correctly in the previous game? Or is it 54? Is it 13? It doesn't matter. It really, like, genuinely doesn't matter. There was some point in there I was going to make. Oh, he was like, I'm not losing this streak yet. We're looking good. Randy Arozarena still hanging out there in the home run leaders. Seems like he may genuinely be injured. He's been at 25 forever, it seems. Like, we gave up one of his home runs, and he was, like, way up at, like, number 2, just behind Seager. And, like, his numbers just don't seem to have moved at all. And I don't know why. It's weird. Oh, God.
Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out.
Well, mercifully, it was only a base hit regardless. That's a little bit of a frustrating at-bat, I'll be honest. Missed a couple of pitches probably should have had, but that's okay.
In at the plate is Sean Murphy.
Fuck off.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone,
there we go. There we go. So let's see if we can get something going here.
From the stretch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase.
That's good speed.
Nice play there.
Oh,
2 away.
I forgot that was only out number 2. Good thing I remembered to throw it back in.
So next to bat will be Porter Witt. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. A little more paint in that corner sort of situation.
Comes set and the 0-1. Popped him up.
Nope. Wasn't sure who it was going to give me. But I'll take that out in foul territory. Then I'll go right. Oh, that's the wrong dugout. We're good.
The A's strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up next, the corner outfielder, Mitch Henniger.
The right fielder, Mitch Henniger.
13-game hitting streak. Picked up home runs number 13 and
First
14
offering on its
yesterday.
way. In there for strike one, 0-1.
Honestly, thought we'd see more of the sinker so far. Hey, here it
Lays
is.
off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
Nope.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off.
That's a great sinker right there. These batters are going to have to bear down because if he's got that good pitch working, it's going to be a long game. They might have to sit
Ooh.
off speed.
Murphy.
Dang
is on
it.
One away.
That was a hanging sinker right there. That was a punishable pitch that I just did not... I mean, it's good that I swung. You'd hate to, you know, be
So here is
out looking, but...
First offering. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got
I
him.
hit B.
One of the things
Absolutely, absolutely hit B.
hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just...
Here's a fly ball.
Ooh, is that gonna go? Is it gonna go? JP Crawford! Hey! There we go. There we go. Let's fucking go. That was a contact swing too, and I'm pretty sure it was early.
Fourth home run for him on the season as the Mariners take a 1-0 lead.
As a hitter, that feels so good. The previous pitch ran in on him, trying to get him off the plate.
Yeah, that's a changeup way up there.
Goes to show you can't intimidate him.
I'm surprised that got out. Yes, I mean, he has 47 power. It was good timing. I think everything about it just kind of worked that time. So he's missed a couple of pitches high. Might want to try and guess up there. Might be able to punish him a little bit. That would qualify as punishing him. That's a cutter. That's maybe not. I mean, he would definitely seemed like he wanted that a little more. That wasn't a changeup that just was like in the air, you know.
Digging in now for the Mariners, Evan White. In his career against this pitcher, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That'll work.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Okay, 2-0 count leverage now.
France, base runner at first with 1 out. 3-0 now.
Ooh. I thought that cutter would maybe catch the inside part, but no such luck.
Now the 3-0 offering. A swing
Oh.
and a miss, strike 1.
Damn.
Swing and a shot toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And this one scoots all the way to the wall.
He's going to stay at third. He did that weird thing, hung up between first and second there. He's also not very fast anyway. So. Mariners 161 doubles.
For the most 2 base hits this year, and we find that these guys are currently 4th
Wow.
best in that category in the junior circuit.
Wow. That was great.
And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. As he
I'll
takes
take the
a
cutter
first
low. That's
strike at
fine.
the knees.
That's
It's
fine.
0-1.
He has tried to drop off speed. He's missed a changeup and a sinker, I believe, up high.
Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Now the 2-1. There's a line drive base hit to left field. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses.
Wow, that'll work.
It's a 2-0 ball game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit.
Dylan Moore saw 3 straight cutters.
So now to the plate, Dylan Moore, as he'll take a look at ball 1. It was a fly out for him to start the home first. Now the 1-0.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Hit in the air out to left field. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And they'll extend their lead.
Okay,
even
I'll take the sac fly there. I definitely missed that. I missed 2 pitches in that at bat. Number 1, the 12-6 curve was absolutely right in dead center, the heart of the plate. Just wasn't expecting that pitch to drop that low. So that one's kind of like, okay, like it's fine. I see why I didn't get it. I was just late on that, whatever the pitch was that I looked right at.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
I think it was, maybe it was a sinker.
3 runs.
We'll have to try and look at, I believe that was Dylan Moore.
Swing and a liner.
I think that'll,
Gets under it.
we'll be out number 3. So that's okay. Pushed 3 across. That'll work.
No errors and a man left on.
That'll work.
We'll go now to the top of the
But I was early on one of them that
and the A's nothing.
it was, oh, dead fucking on. Oh, hi Heidi.
Fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Mariners this season. With the lowest team ERA in the league, it's clear they typically post solid outing after solid outing. And one of the members of their coaching staff told me a big part of that has come from their ability to limit the long ball, a category they also lead the league in. He said that forces the opposing lineups to really string together hits in order to score, because a bloop and a blast is just not something you're going to get off of us. Guys, this appears to be a really tough group of pitchers to barrel up.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
I mean, since I've dialed in how to play the game a little bit defensively.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Stephen Piscotty.
There we go.
is into
I wonder,
starting
like,
as he looks
how
for the
many
ball strike. It's
strikeouts
0-1.
do
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now.
like
He's got
pitchers
presence,
account
he's
for?
got great body
Because I'm sure it's like a
language,
lot, but I feel like it's less, especially as games get later
feel for his
into
own
like
skills.
later innings. Like you feel like the first 6,
Swing and a miss on the fastball.
maybe they're willing to let the pitcher swing twice at it. But if it's close, maybe you pull them, you put in a pinch hitter. It's interesting to see that it's like we're 6th in the American League, and that is good enough for 16th in MLB. Like it's weird to see that level of
So Elvis
discrepancy.
Andrus the next to bat. And he puts it on
I would
the
expect
ground to
a
second.
6th in a league to be
Very
top 10
quickly there, they're 2
overall.
down to start the inning.
overall. 12th, top 12.
Now with the play,
Not a
it is
10 spot
Tony Gwynn
difference.
bounced out last time up.
And those are team stats too.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Changeup called strike 1.
Seems like maybe it's even a little bit lucky that we're that high in the American League. I feel like we throw a decent number of strikeouts. I do tend to be a little bit more of a
He's got a good feel for his
contact
off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just
sort of
saw 3
hitter.
in a row.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
It's not what I wanted.
Step out of the
Not
box,
what I wanted
take
at
a
all.
deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Scooped up, over to first, and that retires the side. Nothing across here this half. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 3 and the A's nothing.
How are the Mariners doing today? They were down early.
Kyle Lewis, 1 for 1 with a single
The
so far.
I'm interested to see how focused their AB
Packers
will be
lost
playing
their
with this lead.
final
I think
preseason game.
this
They went
needs to be a
0-3.
little bit of
It's
a
like,
smell blood inning.
thankfully, that means
Fire
nothing.
rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
1-0 the count.
Ooh, Mariners, this is not the time to drop games. They scored 1 run in the 9th. Made it somewhat interesting. They do lose 4-2 to the Royals today.
And now a pitch hit
A
sharply
game that
on
we'll
the
get to
ground,
in
but a foul ball,
about a month.
1-1. Pitch on the way. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
I think getting the leadoff man
But-
in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
Here comes the 1-2. Down the left field line and deep. And it's a foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2.
Oh, that was a sinker. I mean, it would have been close. Definitely missed on the previous pitch, though. We do have him at a pretty high pitch count here. Like to see some level of continuation of that.
Kind of similar situation right here. Similar
don't-
stuff on the
damn
mound.
it.
Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the
He's
same
missing
thing.
missing some stuff
He's not
high.
trying to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Next up is Mitch Haniger. Popped into foul ground his last time up.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And this
Oh, my.
in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order, but they're on top.
Damn
by
it,
a
that was
count of
that was
3
terrible.
to
That was like my 3 best bats, and I did nothing. Did nothing there. That's just time saving. We spent so long in the bottom of the 2nd inning. I'm like, we gotta hurry this up. We gotta go. Not enough time for this.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Oof.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Count even now at 1-1.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first
31?
rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Good fastball
There we
down
go.
around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. So 1 down, no one aboard. And striding into bat next, it'll be Mark Canha. First pitch on its way.
Oof.
And that's down into left center for a base hit.
Nobody was getting to that one.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Fouled off. Comes into this at
I mean, we can minimize the damage here by just having him ground into a double play. Reasonable.
comes set. Now the pitch.
Eee.
Hey, if you're gonna throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And he fouls this one off. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
That'll work.
Put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Into the box, Seth Brown, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. He's under it, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Oakland. They trail in this one 3-0. Stepping up is J.P. Crawford, off to a fine start in this one after launching a homer his first time up.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen,
There we go.
throw that
I don't know if we got
you have to
like
try to keep that
smoked,
thing at
but
the knees or below.
we were able to get it
Still able to throw
out of the
waist-high to
field,
high changeups.
out of the park.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. One and two.
Ooh,
The count to
boy.
the Mariners shortstop.
I was way too late on that sinker there. There we go.
He
Good
lays
take.
off a
Better
pitch
take.
outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he wasn't gonna
Oh, he
hit
went
that one with a
further.
4.
Ah,
A
damn it.
strikeout
Out of the
and one
zone.
gone.
Fuck.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring in Ty France. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Outside
That's
target
fine.
here. And
Casey
hits it for
Sadler, number
strike
4
1.
in ERA.
This is line to left. And
Damn.
he will make the play out there. And
Damn.
2 away now.
That third baseman looked like he was like going into. He thought that was out number 3.
The first baseman, Evan White.
The next batter will be Evan White. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first
All right,
at
we're
bat.
let this
Well, he
pitcher
got a
stick
good
around
pitch
a
to
little
hit
bit.
Last time up, looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
The 1-0.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, after
We were able to start his at bat similarly last time with a couple of balls early in the zone, or out of the zone early. Couple of balls out of the zone early, and then we were able to get one right over the heart of the plate with pitch number 5, the cutter. We were able to do something with it. So see if maybe. Look at that. There we go.
Base hit into center field.
There we go. That was something I feel like I did a better job of yesterday, especially in the 9th inning. Was like, okay, kind of we're buying pitches that we can hit. We see 2 balls, we're not swinging at them, we're making good takes. Then we're like cashing in on stuff that's a little more in the zone to try and get back in the count.
At the plate, Tom Murphy. As
Oh,
he'll get
boy.
caught chasing a bad
Oh,
one there
boy.
at strike 1.
I mean, look, we've gotten him to throw 16 balls to 37 strikes. That is a very high number of balls to see thrown against me.
0-1, here's the pitch. Line towards center field. And that's
I don't-
in there, base hit.
Kind of a bad swing on the first one. Feels good to come back and get a nice perfect crack.
Right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Standing in now, Dylan Moore. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And no trouble for him as he
Damn
makes
it.
the catch.
Damn it. I wanted to
Mariners
put one more on there.
They lead it 3-0.
Again, 2 out base runners. Bad strikeout with Crawford. A 1 pitch, I think, at bat, maybe 2. Real quick at bat. Gave me 2 outs and not a lot of wiggle room. What the fuck is happening? What
I
the?
talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on A's hitters to this point.
Oh my
One thing he
goodness.
mentioned to me was
Hi,
the
Heidi.
lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Okay. Sean Murphy spells his name correctly.
And they could use a spark from him here.
Still 3-0. Again, part of the issue I run into. Talk about it a lot. 1 explosive inning, not a whole lot else going on.
And he popped him up. White has room in
Oh.
foul territory. But this'll land
I wonder if he
on
hadn't have flailed there, if maybe he could have grabbed it.
the windup and the 0-1.
Ooh, just
That
missed.
backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Hit on the ground out to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Next will be the designated hitter, Porter Witt.
Witt.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a liner.
There you go. There you go. Believe that's Crawford. Making a nice play out there.
For Oakland.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get that ball.
His last trip to the plate.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat
Fouled
to
away.
in this AB.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Paxton's ready. Here it is.
There we go. There's a nice change up.
Another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Man, he's in control of
Ooh,
all his weapons
yuck.
right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That was a
Curveball on 0-2,
horrendous
but he holds
pitch right
back.
there.
It's 1-2 now. Sent on the ground out to second.
Ooh.
Get through in
Commentators curse. It wasn't even me. It was the in-game commentators.
the 2-out single, but
He's 1 pitch away from a fantastic 5 shutout innings.
at least in terms of
It's like,
team
oh.
batting average. And
Oh,
as you can
okay.
see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above the bottom in the entire American League.
Oh. Why does it say leaders if it's the who's terrible? Leaders in sucking.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. As he
I was like looking for the Mariners because they had put out that like our average was actually like pretty good, and I'm like, why? What are you talking about? The Rangers? What?
ready with the 0-1. Now a knuckler hit on the ground to second.
Okay, please.
Throw
Okay.
on to first gets him, and the side is
He
retired.
took like 3
So
hop
runs
steps,
on a base hit, no
spun the
errors,
ball
one
around, did a
man.
little bit on his finger, then threw
Last
it.
half of the fifth coming
Just
up.
throw the
It's
goddamn
Mariners
ball.
3 and the A's nothing.
I mean, yeah, I guess he had time. Make sure that it's the correct throw.
And now here is Jake Fraley. No hits to this point.
The left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Jeez, he saw. Oh, I didn't look at
On
them.
its way. Toward the alley in
There we
left
go.
center, that's a base hit. And with his speed, he may be thinking about 2.
Now, with his speed, I'm okay with him on first.
Up next for Seattle, the center fielder, Kyle.
Now at the plate, here is Kyle Lewis. He was retired via the ground ball.
That man drank from an invisible cup.
Yeah, Matty
There's a
expected
magician.
to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
It's going to be tight, though. 90 speed, 75 speed. Maybe we can...
Stretch, here's the pitch. Possibly a double play ball now for Andrus. And an offline throw, but boy, look
Ooh,
at him
boy.
stretching
That was very bad.
the bag. Great
That was
concentration
terrible.
there for the first
I really wanted, like, him to just crush it, but instead that was just
with
bad.
one down. And into bat next, the third baseman, Kyle Seager. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Seager.
That might be gone. That might be gone. That might be gone. That's gone. Kyle Seager with a home run. 5-0 Mariners. Let's fucking go. 32 home runs for Kyle Seager this season. Absolutely crushing it.
Bat of Kyle Seager.
Hell yeah.
32 now for the season, and the Mariners have opened it up to 5-0 now.
His pitching is getting way more over the heart of the plate.
This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
Alright, we're still here. 4.1 innings pitched. That's how many innings we had with the last pitcher we saw. Last starting pitcher, I should say. That's a cutter that's again just over the
He's 0 for 2 in
center of the
games so
plate.
far. The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball
Ooh.
goes softly to second, right to him. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So the bases are empty with 2 gone now, and that brings up the shortstop J.P. Crawford. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit sharply
Oh.
on the ground.
Right to him. And again, just a cutter right over the heart of the plate early on it. Don't know if I would be able to take it out of the park again, but...
Mariners get a
So
couple
he got all the way
inning
through
on the
5. 9
two-run
hits
home
given
run.
up, 5 runs, 2 runs shot here by Kyle
It's the
Seager.
M's 5, and the A's nothing.
Putting him up a 5 spot. And this has not been quite as scary as I thought it would be. They did not raise the difficulty as much as I thought they would.
Against the top of the order has worked.
Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm pretty sure I saw it go up to like veteran. Because as the 9th inning was happening yesterday, I was like, I need to stop. I have big games coming up. I want to keep piling it on because it feels good.
He's ready. Here's
But
the
I also
first
would
pitch.
kind of just like to get out of this. Because they will take the difficulty and
Obviously, somebody was hooting with the
poke it up a
Owls
notch.
last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
Here's the 0-1.
what the fuck?
Hit out
Like,
towards
what is
second.
that?
Fielded cleanly.
Nice
First
grab.
base, the leadoff man's retired.
There
He
you
could
go,
begin the
Dylan
sixth.
Moore.
So 1 gone for the A's in their half of the 6th, and that means Matt Chapman will dig in at the plate. Now here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Ooh, change up just out of the zone there.
No runs, 4 hits.
And we
no
do have
errors
good
in the
stamina
ball
here
for
with
the A's
Paxton.
So far.
I think realistically 7 innings is about what we should probably try and get out of him.
It's fouled away.
What are we looking at pitch count wise? 60... 59.
side. And quickly, 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
That will work.
Striding in is Mark Canha, singled in his last at-bat. Paxton peers in. Here's the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And another
Ooh,
foul
foul
ball.
away. Oh, come on. That's a strike, dude. That is a strike. Wow.
Into the windup and the pitch.
That one a little inside. That one I can understand.
Slow grounder to first.
Oh, he was safe. Safe. Took a little too long to get there. I shouldn't have run. I should have just thrown it.
In now, Mitch Moreland. Pulled toward right center field.
Jesus, I thought he ripped this out of the fucking stadium. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Woo. Been playing well defensively, though. All right. Here we go. We can do some damage here. You can see some arms, some bullpen arms. It's a big 4-game set. It's a big, long 4-game set.
In now the Mariners DH, Ty France. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah,
Four-seam,
as he walks to the plate right
cutter,
here, he feels
changeup,
good building
curveball.
off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
In there, and it's 0-1. Petit typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake-bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to
Ooh, boy, that was a nice call on the changeup there. Way out of the zone.
Pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
See if he goes further out of the strike zone here.
Here's the 0-2. Hit back up the middle.
Ugh, just barely. Just barely. I don't really think Ty France is outrunning anybody. Ty France had the last couple of games off. No designated hitter, obviously, in the National League. So Haniger with 107. Interesting.
Into the box now, Evan White.
That's fine. What was I didn't catch what Kyle Seager was out there. There. But even if he was at 100, that means that 34% of his hits are home runs, which is a lot.
The 0-1 pitch. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2.
Yikes.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit out towards
Ooh,
second.
that's a double play.
Andrus on to first, a double play.
We're getting booed, and it's 5-0. We're winning. Why are you booing? We're winning.
Stepping in now, Tom Murphy. Popped him up. Murphy
Oh, I wanted to do damage to the bullpen.
no problem with this one, and the
Ah.
inning is over. None left for Seattle as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead.
I like that. 50%, 10 hits, 5 runs. We have as many runs as they have hits.
And
Ugh.
stepping in, Seth Brown.
Pardon me.
He's 1 for 2 in
I
the
did not sleep
ballgame.
well at all last night, so it feels extra good to be able to come in and get this, get a nice big lead here. 67 pitches for Paxton. We should make sure that we have bullpen arms going. We'll go ahead and throw in Tapia and Fletcher. I meant to just warm him up. I keep getting confused about where things are in the menu. It says game number 97, just as a reminder.
Pitch
So
coming, here it is.
there we
Hey,
go.
the guy on
Knuckle
the mound is
curve.
absolutely pounding his zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
In there.
There
He's
we
in
go.
Control 0-2 now.
Now, that pitch tells me this guy's feeling frisky right now. He's on. He's got everything working.
And here's a
Low out of the
fastball
zone.
0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
A bouncer to the left side. Seager has it.
Ooh, it was a tighter green zone than I was anticipating.
So it's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Now it'll be Sean Murphy. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. And this will
There
be
we go.
taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone.
Yeah, I mean, last time you said that.
Now the A's designated
5
hitter,
scoreless
Gordon
innings.
Webb, grounded out in his last
Somebody
at
came in and was like, hello? I'm sorry, you said something?
First offering. Not
Granted, it
close.
did end up being a
Way above
scoreless
the
inning, but
strike
still.
zone.
Just one. One pitch away.
Now a strike
There we go.
called in the upper part of the zone.
Ah, there we go.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Paxton has his sign, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side
I guess I didn't realize I hit Y there. The ball like disappeared and I was like, oh, I'm still looking at the the previous thing, and it's like, oh no, you have moved to the next stage of this. The next stage of this equation is happening now, and you are not doing anything about it. Sir, please hit a button, start the pitching sequence now. I'm like, I'm scared. Help. All right. So Petite still in here through 7 pitches in the last inning. Not really what I want to see, but that's even less what I want to see. We're falling apart here. Stop. Slow down. Settle down. Exercise your patience, young man. Exercise your patience. They're still drinking that bottle. I'm glad I didn't smash it or anything, because that could have been bad. So let's see.
First pitch coming, here it is. There's a fastball right
Okay,
down Broadway,
that I
taken
probably
for a
should have done
strike.
something with.
And we
I
see
feel like I
some
need to blow my
action in the
nose here.
A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up.
Okay, maybe I didn't have to blow my nose as much as I thought I needed to blow my nose. That's fine. No worries.
That's popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. well above the letters
Good
with
take,
the
good take.
fastball that
Felt my
time.
thumb kind of twitch.
Basic pitching right there.
You want me to hit it?
Fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Elvis at short. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time. So next to hit is Kyle Lewis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Oh, God, everything. My mouth is just driving me nuts today.
Here's the first pitch.
There we go.
Fastball
Low.
just misses. That's
Now, the
ball
good news is that gives me an opportunity to go in here and bring in... Well, I guess I don't have to bring him in. We're fine. Never mind. I guess I probably should. I don't know what his energy is. I should have brought him in. I should have just brought him in.
The 1-0 home. Skied into straightaway right. Piscotti on his horse. He
Ooh.
gets there to make the catch, and
Fuck.
that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mariners, but they hold a 5-0 lead.
Well, a couple extra runs in one of the later innings is at least a little bit of a sign of life. This just isn't as consistent as yesterday's game where we were scoring throughout the game. Even if you take out the 6-run ninth, we still, I think, scored in 6 of the previous 8 innings. So I think we scored in 7 of 9, which is pretty good. 1 here, 2 there, 1 here, 1 here. I think there were 3 or 4 innings that we scored 1 run, like, consecutively, which was nice.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Stephen Piscotti
There
is
we
at
go.
the plate as he
There we
takes a
go.
cold strike one.
Now, there's not really much of a reason for me to save the bullpen, but I can kind of
80%
use
his
that.
First pitches have been for strikes.
Strike 2.
Definitely
up in
won't
the
bring
zone.
out Ken Giles. Have not seen him in a
This dude
while.
is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
And strike 3 ball as he gets a
Ooh.
little help there. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
So now to the plate, Elvis Andrews. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ball 1.
Ooh.
He
That's
obviously
all right.
wanted that call on the
That's
corner.
all right.
If he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Fouled off.
What are we looking at pitch count wise? 82 here. Probably just bring in Tapia in the next one just to be sure.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
I think that's at least an attempted double for a lot more batters, but
they haven't been able to chase a runner home.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable.
you know what? We'll go ahead and just bring him in now. There's no reason to screw around. We'll go ahead and we will. Ooh, I would rather bring Tapia in.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound.
We're good.
And he's
We're
gonna
good.
motion for his bullpen
I
here.
don't really need to
Good for the starter
tinker
tonight.
around with this. I don't need to.
So this home crowd likely to give
Futz
him a
things up.
standing O as he departs with the shutout in check and a nice tip of the cap there to acknowledge a job well
Is he
done.
supposed to be holding a baseball?
Domingo Tapia will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th
Tapia's
game this year.
45th game today. 44 games on record. 4-0 record. 18 holds. 60.1 innings pitched. 1.34 ERA. 56 to 3 strikeouts to walks. Okay, so now we're going to have the issue where we brought Tapia in the middle of the inning. And we don't have his typical animation. Which feels like a very weird... You can see my timing is off. And it's because he double taps in his glove, and that's just not here. That's the best pitch we've thrown. That's one of the worst. Interestingly, I don't remember having much of an issue with his timing when, God damn it, when he pitched in Colorado, because the way I described it was this camera angle that we have right here. When I'm looking at the pitch thing, his body, his double tap that I'm looking for, is kind of in my peripheral vision. When it was in Colorado, it was super zoomed out, and it was almost vertical, like he was under instead of like off to the side. So I wasn't really able to use it. It was very weird.
The 1-0.
Now I'm looking for it too much. Out of the way. That'll work. Another beach ball incident for Hanninger to take care of. I think we saw this in the last game. Just pop it. Pop it right in front of those children.
The 1-2.
And I think this is a problem. I know that there's a runner on base, so that throws off the timing issue a little bit. But even without a runner on, I think it's still a weird problem for him, or his character in the game.
Especially in a 1-2 count, you almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
A bouncer up the middle.
Oh no!
Gets through for a 1-out base hit. Throw into third.
Fuck!
Get him.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively. And
how did I not get that?
Runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
That's a really terrible path by me as Kyle Lewis there. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Why do you want this?
From the stretch.
Fuck. God fucking damn it.
The 1-0 home.
Come on!
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Too tight with that one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Situation facing the three-hitter. You could work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Now a rocket deep down the line in left. And that'll get down out there near the wall.
I hit L.
Safely as a run will score on the play as well.
I am so fucking annoyed. I am so fucking annoyed. I cannot get this dialed in because his animation's fucking broken.
We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
At the plate now, Mark Hanna, as he'll try to hold back on the swing.
That one somehow was missed. And the worst part is that my timing is off because the animation's broken. It's fucking bullshit. And so his confidence is going down. I don't think that run's going to get charged to him, though. I think it'll end up getting charged to Paxton, which is unfortunate. He threw all those scoreless innings just to give up one while he wasn't even on the mound.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch, and he chased it in the dirt. Murphy gathers, and he thought about going to second, but he'll go to first instead. And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now.
I don't know why I make this so difficult on myself.
Battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Now to bat, Mitch Moreland flew out last time up.
I'm not used to the like strikeout, throw out, or whatever the hell it is. I'm not used to that. I don't get a lot of those.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
There we go.
A high
That's
fastball is in
the
there.
best pitch I've thrown
Tough pitch for a
this
batter.
inning,
If you're not
and it's
expecting it, you'll end
pitch
up
number
with half a bat
17.
after you swing.
followed immediately by a very bad one.
1-0-2 here. He doesn't have to give it a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that's exactly what I want to focus on right now. Is a fucking base open that would load the bases.
Another 0-2 home.
Come on.
Second and third, 2 away. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
There we go. Froze him looking. Okay. Not what I wanted to see at all there. All of that was just broken and bad, and it sucked. And sorry, Paxton, for getting you a run in this one. You were looking real good. And I could not come through for you. Should have just taken you out when I needed to.
Bottom of inning number 8.
We're looking okay, though. 2-run homer for Seager in the 5th.
Kyle Seager.
That helped get the 5-run lead. Now it's a 5-1 lead.
Now the first pitch. Seager will wait on the 1-0. Took a good cut that time. It comes up
But-
after 2-2.
Idiot,
Hey, Bruce, you
goddamn
talking about
moron.
making a race swing off right
What's
here?
your fucking
That's what
plan
it looks
there,
like.
you
A guy with
dipshit?
massive power letting it eat.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left.
Won't be able to do anything with it, but
There to play it is Moreland.
whatever.
and there's
Also,
one
Petit
away.
still in the game here. We've only seen 2 pitchers.
The right fielder.
Thrown 19 pitches through on a lot of innings. Threw 7 in the first.
First offering on its way. Mitch Haniger comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he fires
That's fine.
at a strike
That's fine.
this time to
That's
make
fine.
it 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field.
Damn.
Piscotty is over
Okay,
just a
well,
few steps
there
to his
goes
left as he takes
Haniger's
for
hit
out
streak.
number 2.
Unfortunately, is gone here today.
Next
Crawford,
to see
solo homer in the 2nd.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. First pitch coming, here it is. Tried to check it and it's 0-1.
Getting swing happy here late in this one. Might want to just auto take this.
Grounded back up the middle. Andrus fields it cleanly and 8 innings.
I mean, what did I-
now as the inning is
What did I think I was gonna do there?
runners are down in order.
I said it out loud, and I was like, you're really gonna, you of all people, are going to just let it go by. You're not gonna worry about
All
it.
set for the start of the inning.
All right.
And here comes the
The Athletics.
We are going to bring in Aaron Fletcher. We'll warm up Brandon Brennan just in case. But Aaron Fletcher should be fine. 25 games, 1-2 record. Does have no saves, no opportunities. 30.2 innings, pitched 3.82 ERA, 15 strikeouts, 3 walks. The lefty's batting 3 hundo. And I brought him in, I believe, to face a lefty. So that's maybe not good planning on my part, but Tapia threw a lot of pitches in the previous inning, and we're not off to a good start here in the warm-ups. It's not what I wanted to see. All right. Change up. There's change up. And we're good. Through 2 of each.
First pitch on its way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Chasing after it is Lewis. He can't get there as it falls in. He'll get it into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
I fucked that up.
Well, he was definitely
That was 100% me. 100% me.
Cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
And now in the box, Sean Murphy. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Not if I have any say about it. It's 9th inning. 2-run jack. Coming right up.
He's going to get selfish and grind this AB out.
First delivery to him. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lewis waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. So the next
Hey, look at that.
that'll be Porter.
We ended a hitting streak. Wild.
He's set and the pitch. And he lays off
Ooh,
there.
I disagree. I disagree, sir.
Situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-0. And he popped him up. Crawford backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
You stay at second, sir.
Outfielder Steven Piscotty the next to hit. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First pitch on its way. That one
There you go. Big old Steve Reich right there.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first to be in time to get it.
There we go. Game number 1 of 4. Not as scary as I thought it would be. But 5-0 win. Couple of explosive innings. Couple of innings, or not a lot, was accomplished. Some runners left on base with 2 outs. Getting rallies, getting stuff sorted, settled, set a little bit too late in there. But hey, I'll take a 5-1 victory. They're not all going to be 13-2 demolishings. And thankfully it wasn't like a 3-1 or 3-2 nail bite fest. We're good. I'm good. This was a good game. It's fine. It's fine. A couple of homers. Got J.P. Crawford out of the park. Got Kyle Seager out of the park. 32 home runs for Seager. I believe it's like 4 or 5 for J.P. Crawford. Paxton getting a win puts him at over 500. I don't know if that's the first he's been over 500. He was 2-6, and we were able to bring it up to 6-6. He's been even in his last 4 starts at 2-2. He is our player of the game. He'll pick up win number 9. He pitched 7.1 innings with 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, and did unfortunately get that earned run tag to him when Tapia gave that up in the top of the 8th. Not a great inning for me, though I do partially blame the game. Chris Bassett does get pegged with the loss. 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, 5 earned runs. Seattle notable players: Kyle Seager 1 for 4, home run, 2 ribbies, run. J.B. Crawford 1 for 4 with a home run. The ribby, the run that comes along with it. Evan White 2 for 3 with a double and a run. Ty France 2 for 3 with a run. So not a whole lot going on. Matt Chapman, though, on the Oakland side, 2 for 4, triple-double, ribby. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Game number 97 comes to conclusion with a victory. 162, 81. You have to get 81 wins to solidify a winning season. So we're a little ways from that, but, you know, we've come a long way. I talk about it a lot. Hopefully it's not too annoying, but I do talk about it a lot. It just feels good to be here, to be able to win a win streak to 5, to have a week of wins plus 2. You know, I think it was 8 in a row or something like that, and to have just to be. I mean, look at April. Look at April. Look at May. They're bad. They're terrible months. But we've started to turn a corner here. We've only lost 3 times so far in game July. So that is a good ass feeling. We have 3 more games coming up against the Oakland Athletics. And then 3 more against Houston before a day off. They'll all take place in Seattle, and you can catch them all at 1 p.m. Pacific time on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus Rex. If you're watching there, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. Make sure you're here for all the latest videos on my channel. However you're watching, again, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if we'll have an updated standings at all. We, I believe, just get a half a game because we won and the Astros didn't play. So if we keep pace with the Astros to that series, win that series, tied for first place in the American League West. It's a very exciting time to be a Mariners fan, and a very exciting time to be watching the Mariners play digital baseball on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus Rex or twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex, however you're watching. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next installment tomorrow. Game 2 against Oakland. Go Mariners.